untrended and trended yield on cost. So these two figures are used typically on the same Excel model that you use to do the underwriting for value add or new construction. In my case, we use it a lot in new construction of multifamily, and we look at both numbers. But I do want to explain that typically our institutional fund investors are always going to ask for the same number, which is the untrended yield on cost. So in other words, what they're trying to ask for is what is the return on their investment if we didn't take inflation or changes in prices into the equation. So in other words, if we assume that there was no inflation, that rents nor expenses went higher in the next 2, 3, 5 years while we're doing our model, how would that affect the yield on cost? So they want a clean yield on cost that has not been affected by these swings in inflation. That's basically untrended. Trended, obviously the opposite, is when we do take into consideration inflation, and sometimes in our models we will do even different inflation patterns for income versus expenses. So right nowadays we're using probably 4% increases in income and maybe 3 to 3.5 in expenses, and that's going to give you a different NOI changing throughout time.